I'm just gonna make sure that I'm live here real quick, guys. All right, does look like I am live. Perfect. And just gonna make sure I'm live on YouTube, and then I'll get into it. All right, perfect. I'm live on YouTube as well. All right, so the reason why we're on right now unplanned is because there are some tornado warnings here in Oklahoma. Pretty unprecedented. I wasn't expecting this, and I don't think a whole lot of others were either. And there was a tornado warning that was in Norman, Oklahoma. Looks like it has passed since. But there was a reported tornado on the ground. So I'm just going to go through these few tornado warnings here real quick. So we do have a tornado warning for northeastern Cleveland County, central Oklahoma, northwestern Potawatomi County, in central Oklahoma until 6:30 Central Time. And it looks like the tornado or severe thunderstorm capable of producing that tornado is located near Stella, moving east at 35 miles per hour. And another potential tornado was near Lake Thunderbird. And also hazards of quarter-sized hail. And if we take a closer look at this, looks like it's possibly right in there. So for the folks who are in towns of Bethel Acres, Shawnee, that's coming right towards you here. And it looks like it's moving in east pretty fast. So again, Bethel Acres, Shawnee, you would be in the path of this. Let's take a look at the others. All right, so for Pauls Valley, there's a tornado warning for you. And this is the county of Garvin County, north central Garvin County, until 6 p.m. Central Time. And the hazards, tornado and golf ball sized hail. Moving, looks like they just issued another tornado warning as we're live here. This tornado warning is for southeastern Gavin County and north central Murray County in southern Oklahoma until 6:30 Central Time. So there looks to be the line of tornado warnings here, and this tornado warning remains in effect until 6 p.m. So I have about another 15 minutes or so on that for Central Carter and southwestern Murray counties until, again, 6 p.m. Moving northeast at 25 miles per hour, located near Graham. And you can see that rotation in here. So it's moving, again, northeast. So for towns like Sulphur, you would be affected moving towards you. So I would expect them to reissue that tornado warning for Sulphur. And I remember Sulphur being under the gun last year too, had that tornado. So that appears to be the only ongoing tornado warnings as of now. And if I go back to the high-res reflectivity here, you can see there's kind of a line of storms here. Get that out of the way. And see as they're moving in here. And you can see some of these other ones here are rotating, like this one up here. It's not warned yet, but I can see here on radar it's rotating. And yeah, quite a bit of these. This one actually, that was interesting. It kind of moved up and merged with this one. So again, I'll go to that first one here. And before I do that, I'm going to make sure that I am checking for the comments. Is South Oklahoma or City under the gun? Let me check here. Let me zoom out a little bit. So as you can see here, it is there is a tornado watch here. So let me go ahead and read that. It's for another 4 hours and 15 minutes. So this is going to be including East Central Oklahoma. So that would be Muskogee, and Southeast Oklahoma, McIntosh, Pittsburgh, and this would include cities of Efula, McAllister, and Muskogee. And that's in effect until 10 p.m. Central Time. So again, another 4 hours, 15 minutes on the tornado watch. And you can see every county here that's highlighted in pink. That would be you. So if you're in the pink, be out on the lookout for the rest of this night. And we'll try to stay here as long as we can. And if things tend to simmer down, we'll end the stream. But for now, it seems to be pretty active with these several tornado warnings. So I'm going to go in, see if and let's see here. Just going to make some quick changes to my YouTube channel real quick so people can find it. Where do I go for that? Oh, here we go. Yeah, since this was a quick emergency update, I wasn't able to do all the changes that I needed to do. So give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right with the tornado warnings yet. Okay, that should be good. So let me go through comments again. Does anybody know about Davis, Oklahoma, near Falls Creek? If you can give me like a bigger town name, that way I can pinpoint that for you. Or actually, let me Google that. That'll be quicker. Let's see. Davis. I would have them please have them seek shelter immediately because they would be within that tornado warning. So I'm going to zoom. So let's see. Be right here. So here is Davis, Oklahoma. So please have them seek shelter. There was a tornado on the ground earlier in Norman. So that's why we went live, and just making sure that we're updating everybody with these tornado warnings. We've had a lot of sirens. Okay. Yeah, I bet there's a lot of sirens going on right now with all of these tornado warnings, as you can see here. So this is the area earlier where that tornado had been spotted with this particular cell. Like I had mentioned before, there was a tornado that had been spotted. It was on the ground. So this is for northeastern Cleveland County and northwestern Potawatomi County until 6:30 p.m. It looks like they may have issued another tornado warning here. This is for central Garvin County until 6 p.m. Southeastern Gavin County and north central Murray County until 6:30 p.m. Central Time. So all the tornado warnings I'm reading are Central Time. And this is for counties, let's see, I just missed it, southwestern Murray County until 6 p.m. And capable of producing a tornado was located 5 miles east of Poolaville, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. So all of these pretty much are moving at 25 miles per hour. And I believe those are the only tornado warnings for now. So if I go back into this one here, for folks who are in Bethel Acres, Shawnee, if you know anybody in those places, please have them seek shelter immediately. Whether that's, I'm not sure if you guys have basements in Oklahoma like we do here in the north. But if you don't have a basement, you want to make sure that you're in the innermost part of your home, whether that's in your bathroom or closet. Those will be the best places to be in a tornado warning. So again, Shawnee, Bethel's Acres, you're in that tornado warning here. Pauls Valley, Stratford, if you're in those areas, Winewood, and again, Sulphur, Jollyville, Davis, Cedar Village, Rayford. You would be in the path of this, and you can see this has a little bit of a hook in here. You can see the inflow notch, and if we zoom in here, go to the velocity, this is where it would be, and that's why National Weather Service has issued that tornado warning. So it's going to be right in here. And it looks like that rotation is just outside of Winewood. And then also it's near Pauls Valley, and looks like there's a bit of rotation as well north of it, just south of Paoli. And you might get some strong winds too, it looks like, with this particular cell. So if not for a tornado, there would be very high gust winds. Now let's see here. It doesn't say here, but I would expect just the way that it looks on radar. All right, so I'm going to go back to the comments. Okay. So let me know in the comments if you're concerned about your area or family or friends. I'd be glad to help you out and looking at things for you. I'm going to go into the YouTube channel, see if anybody's chatting away here and leaving comments. So right now it's just myself. We have a whole team, but everyone really is not available right now, and that's okay. So let me know in the comments if you're on YouTube. I'm checking right now if you're concerned about your area or if you have any friends, family in Oklahoma right now and you're just not sure. I'll be happy to help you out with that. So let me zoom out here, and I'm going to move a little bit north here. Oh, looks like there is a couple of tornado warnings for the north here. So let me switch over to the other radar. So it looks like it's Iowa and partially Illinois here. So we have two tornado warnings. So oh, I clicked on the wrong one, but they do say for this severe thunderstorm warning that there is a wind that is at 70 miles per hour, damage threat considerable. All right, so here we go. Northwestern Hancock and southwestern Henderson, central Des Moines and central Lee counties. And this is until 6:30 p.m. And it does say that the severe thunderstorm is capable of producing a tornado. It was located near New Boston or Nuevo, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. So these cells right here are moving faster than the cells in Oklahoma. So folks who are in Mount Pleasant, New London, West Point, you want to seek shelter immediately. And if you have friends and family that are in these areas, please let them know. Have them watch this live stream if they can. Burlington, Fort Madison, Montrose. Looks like you're just getting that right now, the rain and winds. Let's see, who else? Papilio, Ado, Monmouth, Galesburg. It could be in the path of these line of storms here. So these were the same line of storms that went through Kansas City. So Kansas City had some severe thunderstorms and tornado warnings as well. And there is a severe thunderstorm watch for another 5 hours. So this would include southeast Iowa, northwest Illinois, northeast Missouri, and southern Wisconsin. And again, this would be for another 5 hours, so until 11 p.m. Central Time. So does say that there are scattered damaging wind gusts to 70 miles per hour, likely isolated large hail up to 1.5 inch in diameter possible, and also a tornado or two possible with these storms. So you want to be on the lookout, especially if you're out and about. And again, there is a tornado watch for another 4 hours for portions of central and eastern Oklahoma until 10 p.m. Central Time. And then also another severe thunderstorm watch for another 5 hours. And this remains in effect for Northwest Texas. And this is in effect until 11 p.m. Central Time. And then further up here, we have another severe thunderstorm watch for another 3 hours for South Central and Southeast Kansas and much of Oklahoma and Western North Texas. And that remains in effect until 9 p.m. So I'm going to jump back into tornado warnings. Actually, first I'm going to go back to the comments. Joyce, the tornado was in Norman. So we did go live just to update everybody with these cells here that could produce again. So we do have a few here again. So we have tornado warning for northwestern Potawatomi County until 6:30. And southeastern Garvin and north central Murray County until 6:30. And the last one here is for southeastern Garvin and central Murray County until 6:45. So again, there was a tornado warning earlier. That's why we went live. It was spotted in Norman, Oklahoma. So we're live yet just to keep an eye on this. All right, so I don't see any comments there either. Okay, so we're just gonna continue to keep an eye on this. I'm gonna continue to keep an eye on your comments. So please have them, keep them coming. I'll make sure that I read them. So again, here, so Shawnee, you're probably starting to see some of the rain now. You're just at the edge of these cells. So if I change that. So it's a little hard to see where that possible tornado could be. I'm not sure where that rotation is. However, you're probably getting a lot of high winds right now, just looking at the yellows here in Shawnee. Looks like it's blowing out. And then down here further south to Winewood and let's see, what town was this? So near Davis. So west of Davis, Jollyville, and also Cedar Village in Oklahoma, I can see where that possible rotation would be. And right now we don't have any storm chasers on the ground. Sometimes we do, but at this time we don't have any storm chasers out there to give us a ground eyes view of these storms. All right, so I'm going to go back to those other tornado warnings that were further north here. Oh, yeah, this one right here, you can see the rotation a bit just west of Fort Madison. So if you're in Fort Madison, you want to seek shelter immediately. And looks like it's moving more in the northeast direction. So those who are in Middleton, Burlington, you want to seek shelter immediately. And I believe that is Burlington, Iowa. Also, folks in New London, please seek shelter. And then Mediapolis, you want to seek shelter because it's moving into your direction as well. All right, I'm going to look at comments. Is this headed to Missouri? Okay, and any guess where Okmulgee? All right, whereabouts in Missouri are you concerned? I would need a city, town to look that up for you. All right, so I'm going to look at looks like Okmulgee. Or Okmulgee. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Let's see here, south of. Yeah, so it is, I mean, these storms are moving in that direction, and you are in a tornado watch. So you do, want to be on the lookout and be prepared for the possibility of seeking shelter. If I change back to reflectivity. So you have the storms up here. Looks like they did drop that tornado warning. So right now, like I had mentioned earlier, that it looked like there was just high winds coming out from these storms. But like I mentioned, that you are in a tornado watch. So you do want to be prepared just in case. It looks like there is just these two tornado warnings. So if you're just joining, there had been a tornado that was on the ground, and that's why we went live. That was reported in Norman, Oklahoma. So currently there is these two tornado warnings yet here in Oklahoma. So this is for central Garvin and north central Murray counties until 6:30. And then this one is pretty much for the same as just southeastern Garvin and central Murray counties until 6:45. And then we have two tornado warnings further north in Iowa here and just a little outside of Illinois. So it's kind of right on the border. So if we change that radar. So again, this is for northwestern Hancock, southwestern Henderson, central Des Moines and central Lee counties until 6:30 p.m. And this one further south here, it did show a little bit better looking rotation, but now it's kind of fizzling out a bit. But we'll continue to keep an eye on that. But so far with these tornado warnings, nothing has been observed. They're just going off from what they're seeing on the radar, and that's why the National Weather Service has issued these tornado warnings that are current. So again, tornado watch for another hour, 50 minutes, and this is for far eastern Kansas, west central into northeastern Missouri, remains in effect until 8 p.m. Central Time. And primary threats would be a couple of tornadoes possible, and also scattered damaging wind gusts to 70 miles per hour, and also isolated hail 1.5 inch diameter possible. All right, so I'm going to go back to comments real quick here. Okay, Springfield area or Joplin. All right, let me take a look. All right, so looks like they put out a mesoscale discussion. I don't see any watch boxes for your area yet. Let me change this here. But it does appear that since these storms are coming from the west, so Joplin here, I'm going to read this here. So they are thinking of putting a watch out, 40% chance, so it's kind of low. But again, we'll keep an eye on it. So right now, Springfield, Joplin, I don't see anything on the radar. But again, we'll keep an eye on this for sure. They, like I said, they are circled this area here, and they're saying that the watch possibility is at 40%, and it's kind of low. It's not even at 50. So, but again, things can change. Mother Nature, she can change her mind at any moment, and with these storms being out west, that's why they're considering it. So let me go into YouTube, let's see if anybody's in here. And if you're watching, thank you so much for joining. This is unplanned, so yeah, we wanted to go live because there was a tornado warning, tornado that was on the ground in Norman, Oklahoma. And we just want to continue to be live just in case anything like that happens again, and we can update you all. Yep, you're welcome, Tracy. I'm glad to help you out. Again, if any of you have questions or concerns about your area, or happen to know friends and family who are under the gun in these tornado watches and severe thunderstorm watches, please let me know. I'll be looking at the comments. And I believe we have some teammates too looking at the comments right now. Sorry guys, I'm just checking my team chat. Everyone likes to chat when we have things like this going on, and they like to update me with things. So again, we have 2 tornado warnings. I want to if you're just joining us, I'm going to go over these again. Oh, nope, not that. I wanted to change the radar. Okay, so here we go. So here's the 2 tornado warnings yet here in Oklahoma. This is for East Central Garvin and North Central Murray counties until 6:30 p.m. This severe thunderstorm warning was capable of producing a tornado and was located near Winewood, moving at northeast at 25 miles per hour. Hazards include tornado, possible tornado, and the quarter-sized hail. And the other tornado warning remains in effect till 6:45 for southeastern Garvin and north central Murray counties. Again, hazard tornado. I'll change it back to velocity. Yeah, so it looks like there could be something up in here. Looks like I just kind of exploded. And this area right here is not tornado warned, but there could be something here. It looks interesting as I'm watching it. And so it's pretty broad rotation yet, but it just kind of went right away. And down here, so folks who are in Sulphur, I would go ahead and start seeking shelter because you're just right outside of that tornado warning box here, the polygon. And you could see, here's that rotation. Kind of got one right in here too, just north of Sulphur. But these line of storms here, it's, if I go back to the radar here, it's more of like a line of storms. It's kind of messy looking. They're not discrete supercells. So when they're kind of in this mode, it's a little bit hard to tell where that could be when they're not discrete supercell. So anytime you want to pick something out, you have to go into the high-res velocity to look at the wind. So the green means that it's going towards the radar that I had picked out, which is Norman, and then you have winds that are going away from the radar. So that's how storm chasers, meteorologists are able to pick out a tornado when they see the winds going against each other. So we have the winds going one way and the winds going another way. So this is what that looks like on the radar. And when they become brighter colors, as you can see, whoop, I don't have that. I have that covered. But sometimes when things intensify the rotation, you'll start seeing brighter reds and brighter greens. So if you ever happen to look at a radar and you're interested, you want to practice, I started, oh, yep, see, you can see that here on live. See how that turned a brighter red? That means that the rotation is getting stronger, intensifying. So as I was saying, as a storm chaser, because I storm chase myself, I started watching live streams, storm chasers, and I would watch them and I would look at the radar and I would see things like this and I would get practice in looking at what they're looking at. So that helped me a lot in my storm chasing. So you can see things are really intensifying right here, just south of Stratford. So folks who are in Stratford, Oklahoma, you want to seek shelter. They haven't put a tornado warning on this yet, but I can see them likely doing that here shortly, because to me, there does appear to be something right there. Or they did drop that one, but I would expect them to reissue that one for this area. So south of Stratford, it's moving in a northeast direction. So please seek shelter. There is something there for sure, and they most likely will reissue it. And same for just west of Sulphur. There is some rotation in here. So this tornado warning is still in effect. Again, that was for Garvin and Murray counties until 6:45. And yeah, and you can see the little, what they call it, kind of a couplet where the reds and the greens, they kind of start to look like they're fitting closer to each other like that. So that is something else to look out for when you're looking at the radar. So yeah, I'll come back to that. I'll be keeping an eye on that. And yeah, this area looks like it's just high winds. You can see the high brighter reds and the yellows. So I'm going to jump back to Iowa and Illinois here. So you have these true tornado warnings that are just on the borders of Illinois, Iowa. So again, this is for northwestern Hancock and southwestern Henderson, central Des Moines, and northeastern Lee counties until 6:30 p.m. Central Time. And I would assume that rotation would be just west here of Burlington, or just about to approach Burlington. All right, so they did drop that other tornado warning, so it's just this one here. So let me go back to reading comments. Okay, I don't see any comments. That's okay. Again, if you're just joining in, there was a tornado warning that happened, or a tornado that had touched down in or around Norman, Oklahoma. So that's why we did a live emergency here. And we want to continue to be live just to update everybody on the situation, especially when we have something like that really wasn't expected. I certainly wasn't expected for that. So we just want to keep an eye on that. So let's see here. Looks like they just issued this one for, let's see, is that the one I was talking about? I think it was, yep. Like I mentioned, they didn't waste any time on that, probably after I had said something. So this is for northeastern Garvin, southwestern Seminole, and northwestern Pontotoc counties, and all for east central Oklahoma until 7 p.m. Central Time. Located 4 miles south of Stratford, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. So again, you can see here that's what we were looking at before, just south of Stratford. And they do have a severe thunderstorm warning up here too. And this is for Seminole County, southeastern Lincoln County, and Potawatomi County until 7 p.m. Central Time. All right, so you can see the rotation here had strengthened a little bit. It's a little bit more noticeable than it was before. Oh, did they extend that? Oh, they did. Or they might for a new one, actually, because you can see some rotation, broad rotation up in here. Oh, yeah. So this is what I was talking about earlier, guys. See how the red, the bright reds and the bright greens are touching next to each other like that. So there could be something on the ground. So let me look at something else here. So this is called the correlation coefficient. This is what storm chasers and meteorologists will look at as well to see if anything have been lifted up into the air. This is what this radar would pick up. So right now I don't see anything. If anything, there could be something here, but that's a little bit too far west. Or if it had, maybe it was done earlier, but I don't see anything yet. But if there were, it would most likely be in this area along 177. So this is looking like it's strengthening too. And I was just going to say to keep an eye on this too. So just north of Stratford now, I'm starting to see some more broad rotation. So it's right in between. This severe thunderstorm warning is intersecting with this tornado warning here. You can see how that kind of just blew up right there all of a sudden. So you can see here live and how quickly these things happen and how fast tornadoes can happen. So folks who are in McGee, Stratford, be on the lookout. The National Weather Service might put out another tornado warning for this possibly. So this is an area to keep out an eye on for, and this one especially. So cities like, looks like Vanos, Guard Corner, it's moving in a northeast direction, Center, Pickett, and this is for Oklahoma. This is Garvin. Let's click on this again here. This is for northeastern Garvin, southwestern Seminole, and northwestern Pontotoc counties until 7 p.m. Central Time. And this severe thunderstorm warning, capable of producing a tornado, was located 4 miles south of Stratford. But like I said, there might also be something north of Stratford. So I will come back to that one. So again, Sulphur, and even just south of Oak Grove, Dahlberg, and Roth. There's some broad rotation here, and that's why they've issued this tornado warning here. And this is for southwestern Pontotoc and northeastern Murray County until 7:15 p.m. Central Time. And we have this tornado warning for southeastern Garvin and north central Murray counties yet until 6:45 p.m. Central Time. And this one is moving at 35 miles per hour. And source weather spotters did report a wall cloud. So again, that is approaching just a little, what would be maybe south or north, of Sulphur. But it's pretty darn near Sulphur. So if you are in Sulphur, I would seek shelter, because again, you are kind of in between these two tornado warnings. And Wow, this one is really kind of wrapping and tight looking here. Let's see if it's doing anything. Go back to the coalition coefficient. So possibly, maybe it's something here. I'll check further, or I should say at a later time. So those are the tornado warnings for Oklahoma. I'm going to jump back north here. I don't see any other tornado warnings. And for those who are in Springfield and Joplin, looks like they haven't issued any watches yet. But I will certainly keep an eye on that for you folks, because you're kind of like in between that. So looks like they do have a severe thunderstorm warning for in and about Jefferson City. So this is Jefferson City in Missouri. This is for southern Callaway County, central Missouri, central Cove County, central Missouri, and northern Osage until 7:15 p.m. And again, it was located near Wardsville and Jefferson City, moving at 35 miles per hour. Hazards would be 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and small hail. So it says impact would be damage to roofs, siding, and trees. And parts of Missouri is under the severe thunderstorm watch. So this severe thunderstorm watch is for southeast Iowa, northwest Illinois, northeast Missouri, and southern Wisconsin. Remains in effect until 11 p.m. Central Time. And the primary threats are damaging wind gusts to 70 miles per hour, isolated large hail to 1.5 inch, and possibly a tornado or two. So we'll keep on monitoring this area as well. So here's that solo tornado warning. Still for northern Henderson, Warren, Mercer, and Des Moines counties. So Henderson County of West Central Illinois, Warren County, West Central Illinois, Mercer County, Northwestern Illinois, and Des Moines County in southeastern Iowa. Remains in effect until 7 p.m. Severe thunderstorm was capable of producing a tornado located over Lone Tree or near Burlington, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. All right, so I'm going to jump into comments. All right. All right, I don't see any comments. Yeah, some of these storms are certainly moving fast, Militia. Yeah, so you are correct. So again, if you're just joining, there is a tornado warning here for parts of Iowa and Illinois. And tornado warning for northern Henderson, Warren, Mercer counties in northwestern Illinois and southeastern Des Moines County, southeastern Iowa until 7 p.m. And there is also a severe thunderstorm warning. And it does say tornado possible. These are for the same counties except for Hancock, Henderson, Rock Island, McDonough, Mercer, Louisa, Scott, Muscatine, and East Central Lee counties until 7:30 p.m. And also 70 wind gusts, 70 mile per hour wind gusts in penny-sized hail. Areas include Davenport, Rock Island, Burlington, Monmouth, Elladale, Waupio, West Burlington, Burgess, Walcott, Roseville, and Viola, Bluegrass, Buffalo. And again, that's right on the borders of Iowa and Illinois here. And so here's a line of storms making its way to Illinois. And there is a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for another 4 hours. And this would be for portions of southeast Iowa, northwest Illinois, northeast Missouri, and southern Wisconsin. Remains in effect until 11 p.m. And so the primary threats for this would be the damaging wind gusts to 70 mile per hour, and also the isolated hail, 1.5 inches, and a tornado or two. Tornado watch still in effect for another hour. So we have this is ongoing for eastern Kansas, west central into northeastern Missouri until 8 p.m. Central Time. I'm sorry, another hour and 22 minutes. I read that wrong. And then we have a flash flood warning. Expires 2 hours, 21 minutes. This would be for Lynn County, East Central Kansas, Miami County, East Central Kansas, Western Bates County in West Central Missouri, and Southwestern Cass County in West Central Missouri until 9 p.m. So these storms are producing heavy rains between 1.5 and 3.5 inches have fallen already. And additional rainfall amounts for, let's see, another 1/2 to 1 inch are possible for these areas. Okay. So here's, looks like they've issued another tornado warning. All right, so this tornado warning remains in effect till 7 p.m. This is for central Garvin, southwestern Seminole, and northwestern Pontotoc counties until, yeah, again, 7 p.m. Weather spotters reported a funnel cloud. So let's take a look here, see what they're seeing. So it looks like that rotation kind of fizzled out here. I don't see a whole lot on here. And we have another 19 minutes on that tornado warning. Let's see if I can find, oh, there we go. I just had to switch the radar. My apologies. So I can see a bit better now. So here what that rotation would be, looks like it had fizzled out, but it's still there. I could kind of see two other broad rotations just north of that one. Then you have another area of interest here, just a little bit west of, looks like Lawrence and Fitzhugh. So west of Highway 1. I'm sorry, Highway 301. And we have another rotation here as well. Looks like it's kind of picking up some steam here. This tornado warning here is for counties Pontu, oh my gosh, I just said it earlier. Southwestern Pontotoc. I think that's how you say it, Pontotoc County, and northeastern Murray until 7:15. Oh, it's picking up some steam. Now you can see a little bit of whites and some yellows here. So I will come back to that. I just wanted to read this other tornado warning. This is for north central Johnston County and southwestern Cole and southeastern Pontotoc until 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And this was located 5 miles northeast of Mill Creek, moving northeast at 25 miles an hour. So here's that broad rotation here. And yeah, so Pontotoc, it's kind of moving your way. And so let's go back to this one. This one's looking very interesting. So folks who are in Hickory, Denny, even the towns of like Oak Grove, Dahlberg, Roth, and Sulphur. So it's just a little bit north of Sulphur, but still you're within that tornado warning. So I would seek shelter immediately. Alicia, what state is your friend in that you're concerned about? And then I can look that up for you. So I'm going to try to Google that real quick, see what comes up for me. Oh, is that Iowa? Yeah, it is near the border too. All right, so where is that? Yeah, so they're like right up in here. So they're like in the northern portions of it, but they're still in that severe thunderstorm watch box. And if it does say tornado possible, winds are up to 70 miles per hour, damage threat considerable. So I would definitely give your friends or your friend a heads up about that one. Oh, looks like they just issued another tornado warnings here. So let me go ahead and read that off. I just noticed it now. Let's see. Northeastern Henderson, northwestern Warren, and south central Mercer counties until 7 p.m. And located near Rosada, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. So just another line of storms producing tornadoes tonight. And if I could switch out to velocity here. Let's see, do I have it? Okay, I'm on the right radar. Okay, so yeah, you can see that rotation here just outside of, oh, did they just issue another one? Oh, they did. Okay. So let me go ahead and read that. All right, so this is for northeastern Henderson and Warren County, Mercer and Henry counties for Illinois until 7:15 p.m. So you can see here on the radar, let me click off of that. Here's the rotation up here. So just west side of, outside of Millersburg, sorry. So those who are in Millersburg, please seek shelter immediately. And Hamlet would be moving into that direction as well. Eleanor, Little York, here's that rotation here, so please seek shelter. Is that where that would be the rotation here? That's why they issued that tornado warning. And so far, these are all radar indicated. Doesn't mean that there isn't anything on the ground. They're just what they're looking at on radar. But that's the nice thing about having storm spotters and storm chasers, are be able to see the ground level where the radar is just not able to pick up tornado, which is lower at the ground. And the radar beams, they shoot more up at an angle, and the radar really isn't able to pick that up. And so that's why we have storm chasers and storm spotters to confirm that there is indeed something on the ground. So we have a little bit of rotation too, just outside of, looks like Monmouth. So just along here on Highway 34. So again, Little York, Eleanor, please seek shelter, and Monmouth, and Millersburg. It's going right over. Let's see if I change out the collision coefficient. Yeah, could be something here, just this tiny little thing. And so if you match it up to where the velocity is, yeah, I'm most likely not sure what it would have hit, but yeah, the way that it has looked here, could be like a smaller tornado possibly that was on the ground. And again, the coalition coefficient picks up things that have been wafted several or thousands of feet, I should say, into the air. So again, if I match that up, so we have it going from here to here, it's like that northeast direction, the same as the rotation here would have taken. So most likely there could have been something there. So there could be a tornado on the ground. Trying to click on it to see if it's been confirmed or not. Nope, so still says radar indicated, but just looking at the radar, there could be something there for sure. And yeah, hopefully we get confirmation on that one. Let's check down here, see if there's anything that we can spot out. I don't see anything around here, but right around here in Monmouth, there could be something. If anything, it might be high winds as well along here, the edge. And there seems to be like a little, well, kind of disappeared, but I did see like a little kink. So sometimes when you have like these line of storms like this, they produce what is called a QLCS tornado, which are the quick spin up tornadoes, and they pretty much come without warning. They don't have any defined signs like a normal tornado would, like a wall cloud and in a funnel. So these kind of come out of nowhere. And I've been through a line of storms like this before, and I've seen them, and yeah, they really do come out of nowhere. But the way that you could tell is if it's still connecting with the cloud above, where you can see that rotation or dust and debris being kicked up. And that's what I saw. And that was my first year chasing back in 2022. And I have a video of it, actually. You can look it up on my YouTube channel, Storm Chaser Ginger Murray, and you'll be able to find that. So yeah, it seems to having more of like these smooth looking lines here, and more kinks are being formed. And let's see if we go back to that. So you can see that the rotation here, if I hit play, this is where the rotation would be. It's on always in front of the storm, on that line of storms. So you have one here, and kind of have the two down here. So if we go back, so it would be right in here. So when you zoom in, this is kind of what they call like a kink in the storm, when you kind of see it bulge out like this a little bit. And this would be like a little inflow notch, sorry. And I go up here, right in here too. So if we go back into the velocity, that's where that would be. So right here, just south of Hamlet. And again, so at first, when you're looking at radar and trying to pick out QLCS type tornadoes, it takes a little bit more practice to look at. But the more you look at it, like I've been looking at it for the last 4 years now, you start to recognize what it looks like on the radar. So again, here's that little kink. You got like a tiny little inflow notch. I can't really describe it. I think what happens, you have a line of storms coming in, and then the other winds are like pinching off, and you get these kinks in here, and they can happen quickly. Oh, 1 second. I got Kyle calling me. Hello, sir.
You can leave me on live.
Yeah, you're live.
Okay.
Yeah, you're live.
Eric is on the southern Texas tornado-warned storm. He's having cell phone coverage issues. He's going to send in footage, and as soon as he can get into a spot, he'll probably go live from his Black Label page. So
okay.
He's been on that one, though. He's right in the guts of it, right in the circulation. He said it's a vicious storm.
Yeah, it's certainly hasn't died down any.
No, so sorry to break coverage with you. I just wanted you in the loop that he's in it now, so be prepared, be on the lookout. He could be going live anytime on his own, and we'll share it out there.
Which storm particular again? I'm sorry.
The one outside of Wichita Falls that's tornado-warned.
Okay, yep.
He's right in the circulation.
Okay, I see it now. Yep.
You see, and look on his 360, you'll see, line up his 360, the storm. He's right in the thick of it, but he's running solo and having cell phone coverage issues bad.
Okay. All right, well, thanks for that update.
That's the update. You got it. Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Bye. All right, so everyone, that was Kyle Cutton. He's the creator of our tornado tacklers. And so if we are able to get Eric live, if he does get in better cell phone coverage, we will go live and get him on this live stream. But for now, I'm going to read off this tornado warning here. And this is for southern Clay County until 7:45 p.m. Central Time. This tornado has been located, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 6 miles southwest of Blue Grove, moving east at 20 miles per hour. So pretty slow moving storm with it being 20 miles per hour. Hazards would be the tornado and the golf ball size hail. And we'll take a look here at the velocity. Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta switch back to different radars. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, pretty strong looking rotation. Like I mentioned earlier, if you happen to see the greens and the reds and the yellows, the brighter reds and the yellows, see how they're kind of fitting together like that. It means it's a very tight rotation here. Excuse me. So again, I think there was another tornado warning box. So let me click on that. Well, that was for that county. I think it was maybe this one here. All right, so basically it was for the same county, Clay County. So again, yes, you can see that rotation here. It's pretty large rotation. So just alongside here on 148 and 174, Again, this is just south of Wichita Falls. So folks who are, let's see if I can find, I'm going to switch back. It's a little bit easier to read. There we go. Let's see. And I did not mean to click on that. It's a little harder to read. I'm clicking on boxes. So yeah, we have a storm chaser out here. Trying to get him live. Actually, I'm going to bring up his page so I'm ready. And I'll keep an eye on it, make sure not to miss anything. So yeah, all right. Just reading through the comments again. Okay, so back to the radar. And this particular storm, unlike the other ones that we were looking at, this happens to be moving more like a southeastern direction. And you can see that it is kind of gaining some strength here. At the tail end here, it seems to be extending. So it is a pretty healthy looking supercell. And this one, since it is moving southeast, and it typically those storms that are moving away from the line and breaking away from the actual like movement tend to be stronger. And the storm chasing world, it's kind of a name for it called a right mover, meaning it's moving right, moving southeast away from its pack. And you can kind of see here how it's breaking off. So if I zoom out here, you can see here's a line of storms, but these in particular are moving more of like a northeast direction, and this one is moving more of like a southeast direction. So if we go back into velocity here and look at it, have even look like some blacks in here, which is very high winds. Let me see if I can change out my radar here for you, and I wanted to show you guys something. So one moment. So adjust that there. So you can see here you have the greens and the reds, the darker looking colors. But as you go out to the left and to the right here, you can see it getting into the brighter colors. So you have the brighter greens, and then goes into like a white, and then the blues and the blacks. And then for the reds, it goes to like orange, yellow, and then to the darkers and the blacks. So this is an indicator of not necessarily how fast the winds are, but how strong the winds are. This isn't able to give you like how fast the winds are going. But you can see in here, this radar in particular for this area is picking up some blacks, and I don't really recall seeing that before, but some very strong winds. So where that rotation is. So again, if you're just joining, we do have a storm chaser out on this particular storm. It is southeast of Wichita Falls and just south of Henrietta. And all right, now I'm not seeing, looks like, oh, it might be right in here possibly. Looked like it broke up a little bit, so I'm not seeing so much of the blacks anymore, but I still see some higher, brighter reds and the brighter greens. So I'll come back to this storm. And again, I'll be keeping an eye on Eric and his channel, so he might be able to go live if he gets better cell coverage out there. Okay, so I'm gonna jump back to these other tornado warnings here. I'll change out the type here and look at these. So this tornado remains in effect until 7:15. This is for Pontotoc and northeastern Murray counties, and was located 3 miles southwest of Roth, moving east at 25 miles per hour. And tornado warning for northwestern Johnston, southwestern Pontotoc, and northeastern Murray counties until 7:30 p.m. And again, west central Cole and southeastern Pontotoc counties till 7:30 p.m. So here we got a cluster of tornado warnings. And I know up north here in Illinois and Iowa, we had those too. Okay, so they're still ongoing here. And these tornado warnings are for Central Rock, northeastern Mercer, and south central Scott counties. And let's see, capable of producing tornado located over Jingo Corners or near El Edo, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Excuse me. This is northeastern Warren, eastern Mercer, and southwestern Henry counties until 7:15 p.m. moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. So if we go back to the velocity and see if I can pick them out again. So right in here, just outside of Taylor Ridge. That's where that rotation would be. So it looks like it's in the direction of Davenport. That would be Davenport, Iowa. So Davenport, you are, oh, looks like, oh, they did extend that. Okay. I just was going to say they might extend that. So Davenport, the way in that direction that I'm seeing, this rotation here would be moving in that direction. Same with Millen. And let's see, yeah, some Rock Island, Bettendorf, Moline. Will be crossing Highway 280, looks like. So here's that rotation. And here's another just outside of Rio. So that's where inside of that tornado warning. So Rio, Woodhull would be another city that would be impacted. So with these tornado warnings, please seek shelter immediately. They are radar indicated currently, but doesn't mean that there isn't anything on the ground. I know earlier I had mentioned, I can't remember what city was that it looked like there was something on the ground. I can't remember what city that was, but was it near Monmouth? Yeah, it might have been around here. I think that was. Anyways, so again, just north of Taylor Ridge, making its way towards Davenport, which is more of a populated city in Iowa. So please be on the lookout for this And they did extend that tornado warning. Oh, so hey folks, this is a PDS. So there is a PDS, meaning particularly dangerous situation, damage threat considerable. So let's go ahead and read this. So this would be for Rock Island County, northwestern Illinois, northeastern Mercer County, northwestern Illinois, southwestern Whiteside County, northwestern Illinois, northwestern Henry County, and northwestern Illinois County, eastern Scott County, and east central Iowa, southeastern Clinton County, and east central Iowa until 7:45 p.m. Central Time. And they are saying that there is a possible large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Taylor Ridge or near Rock Island, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. So folks, if you are in this area, if you have friends and family, please let them know. It does say radar indicated, but they do believe that there is something on the ground, and to take this seriously, possibly large and extremely dangerous tornado. So you can see here, if I zoom in, like I mentioned here before, where was the Taylor Ridge? Right here. So here's Taylor Ridge. So it's now moving towards Millen. So folks who are in Millen, Ginger Hill, please seek shelter immediately. And I gotta actually update my little graphic here for folks who are in Iowa. Actually, I'll just title it like that, and then give me a sec, folks. I needed to make this real quick. Okay. So yeah, I'm looking at the radar. So Millen, please seek shelter immediately. This is a PDS. They do believe that there is a tornado on the ground with this one. Okay, let's see. All right. I got that saved. Okay. Yeah, Matt Rhodes, you can certainly share this. Please do. The more we get this shared out, the better. All right, so let me double check the comments. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get back into the radar again. All right, so it looks like it's going to be missing Davenport. However, it looks like it has shifted and now it's Quad Cities International Airport. And it looks like it's going to be crossing Highway 280 again. And possibly over Highway 74. So this is what I'm seeing right in here. So let's jump into the coalition coefficient like we had earlier. So yeah, there could have been some damage up here. Looks like it might have left behind north of Taylor Ridge, like I had said earlier. And then it's kind of hard to see that because some of this might be wind too. So maybe, but yeah, there could definitely have been something here north of Taylor Ridge. All right, so we'll jump back. And you're also getting high winds too. Like I mentioned earlier, reading off of these severe thunderstorm warnings that they're producing 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And still PDS warning. So I'll zoom in here. So East Moline and Moline. So just went over Millen, the Quad Cities International Airport. So, excuse me. So if anything, it's going to be right in this area. So they, like I said, they, this is a PDS. It says to take cover now. And let's see if they give us any other information. So the tornado will be near Moline, Bettendorf, East Moline, Silvis, Kelowna, Cole Valley, Hampton, Riverdale, Cleveland, and Warner around 7:20 p.m. Central Time. And also Osborne, Fisherman's Corner around 7:25. Other locations in the path of this tornadic thunderstorm include Geneseo, Shady Beach, and Jocelyn. All right. So if we zoom in, so here it is, Moline, East Moline, Kelowna, Silvis, Cole Valley. So these are the areas that they're concerned about. That's why they have listed it off. So they do say and believe that there is a large, dangerous tornado causing damage here on the radar. And you can see those look quite large. So please take this seriously. Get under your basement, or if you don't have a basement, please be in the innermost part of your home, whether that's your closet or your bathroom. No windows. You can bring a blanket or pillows to cover yourself with. Give a little cushion. So again, Moline, East Moline, Cole Valley, Carbon Cliff, Kelowna, Dayton, Cleveland. Those are the cities that they had listed that would be in the path of this tornado. It is radar indicated, and you can see that they do believe that that is on the ground. That's why they had issued that PDS. It's destructive, it's large. So you want to take this seriously and make sure that you're getting into your safe spot. Okay, so south of Tulsa, headed towards Wagner, Muskogee. Certainly, I can go back to those areas here. So here's a tornado warning here just north of Tulsa. So this is for central Osage, southern Washington, and northeastern Tulsa counties until 7:30. And click here. Tornado warning for northwestern Johnston, Pontotoc, Murray counties, and southern east central southeastern Oklahoma till 7:30. And then this one is for west central Cole and southeastern Pontotoc counties until 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And we do have that one yet here in, gotta switch out the radar. So this one, Clay County yet until 7:45 p.m. And this one was a slow mover too, I believe. I think this one was moving at 20 miles an hour. Yeah, moving southeast at 20 miles an hour. And let's see, Matt wanted me to look at something. Let's see. Could you give me, well, this is Oklahoma you're talking about, right? Let me, minus south of Tulsa. Okay. Okay, I think that's the area you're talking about. Wagner, Muskogee. All right, I'm going to have to Google that. Sorry, Matt. I'm not familiar with Oklahoma City, so. Wagner must, okay, I see now. Yeah, a little bit far out yet for me to, let's see. Yeah, I mean, this area right here just south of, looks like Sapulpa. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. I botch names. Sapulpa. But it looks like there's like this scorpion-looking tail. It's kind of how it's like wrapping around like this. It's rotation right in here. If anything, there might be some high winds. Let's see what the severe thunderstorm warning box says. Well, it does say tornado possible. So this would be the severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect till 7:30 for Southern Creek, West Central, Wagner, Okmulgee, southeastern. Gosh, I can't talk. Tulsa and northeastern Okfuskee counties. If I'm botching your names, please correct me. I do apologize. Yeah, so for now, I'm not seeing a whole lot except for possibly high winds on this, but definitely I'll keep an eye on it just because they are saying possible tornado with these line of storms, this sector of line. So let me jump back to that PDS though, because that's our main concern right now. So East Moline, please seek shelter. Oh, I think they just extended this. Okay, so no longer PDS, but they did issue this tornado warning. Tornado warning remains in effect till 7:45 for eastern Rock County, southwest side, and excuse me, northwestern Henry, eastern Scott, and southeastern Clinton counties. And capable of producing tornado was located over East Moline, moving northeast at 15 miles per hour. So this is a faster, moving thunderstorm. Sorry. And it looks like they just issued a possible watch box, I think. Let me click on this. Yeah, so severe thunderstorm watch. Let's see here. Areas affected extreme eastern Iowa into northern Illinois and extreme southern Wisconsin. Concerning severe thunderstorm watch. Threat for severe damaging wind and line embedded tornadoes will spread northeast this evening. And yeah, deep layers, shear vectors remain favorably with this line of segment. A stronger cores aloft indicated the presence of embedded supercells with this cluster. Favorable, moist, and sufficiently unstable conditions. Wind gusts of 81 miles per hour was recorded earlier in Burlington. Yeah, so they are considering putting another severe thunderstorm watch just because of these line of storms, and that they are continuing to have these line embedded tornadoes. All right, so I'm going to be right back, guys. I'm needing a drink. I need some water, so I will be right back. I'm back. um, so back at it. I'm gonna first look at the comments. Okay. All right. So if you're just joining, we're live due to multiple tornadoes or multiple tornado warnings, excuse me. And there had been a tornado warning that was issued earlier for Norman, and it was spotted. So, pretty much kind of a crazy night. Wasn't really expecting this. I don't think anybody was expecting a night like this. But we're here live for you all. We do have a storm chaser out right now near Wichita Falls area. However, he doesn't have great cell service, so right now he isn't unable to go live for us. But if he does happen to get better cell coverage out there, he will go live, and then we'll try to get him on here. But for now, let's get back into looking at these tornado warnings. So earlier there was a PDS warning that was issued in the Moline area, but this is a very fast moving storm here. And this tornado warning is for eastern Rock Island, southwestern Whiteside, northwestern Henry, eastern Scott, and southeastern Clinton counties until 7:45. Moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. And so those folks who are, I'll just click off of that. Those who are in LeClaire, looks like, it's hard to read in such, yeah, LeClaire, I was right. Port Bryan, Hillsdale, let's see, Prophetstown, Morrison, Beyond the Lookout. These line of storms is making your way. And this other tornado warning here for southeastern Rock Island, Henry, and West Central Bureau counties. Excuse me, until 8 p.m. Central Time. Severe thunderstorms capable of producing tornadoes were located along a line extending from Orion to near Victoria, moving east at 45 miles per hour. All right, so let's switch over to the velocity here. And that would be right along here in Cambridge, along 82, 81, and then further north here, just south of LeClaire. Okay, so I got that, and then there's these other tornado warnings down here. So let's see, reading this one for southeastern Cole County until 8:15 Central Time. And you can see here, and if I go into the radar, so here it is a little bit of broad rotation, not a whole lot, but definitely there is something there. There could be even something right here that might need to keep an eye on as well. And then they have that one, or maybe they have dropped that, because there was that one out here near southeast of Wichita Falls. So it was around here somewhere. So it's somewhat of broad rotation yet in here, so it might be something to watch for. But these severe thunderstorm warnings are capable of producing golf ball sized hail, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And this is for southwestern Montauk and northwestern Wise, northern Jack counties until 8 p.m. This line of storms extending from Bellevue, 8 miles west of Newport to 8 miles south of Windthorst, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Hazards would be the golf ball size hail and the 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So yeah, this severe thunderstorm watch is going to expire in 3 hours and 22 minutes. So this severe thunderstorm watch, portions of northwest Texas, in effect until 11 p.m. Central Time. So scattered large hail likely, isolated very large hail events 2 inches in diameter possible, scattered damaging wind gusts to 70 miles per hour likely, and also a tornado or 2. Severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Young County in north central Texas and northwestern Jack County and north central Texas until 8 p.m. Oh, looks. Oh, wait. Did they set the one? No, I think they just issued this one. So again, did they? Or maybe I missed it. Sorry, guys. It's been a long night. This is for southeastern Cole County until 8:15 p.m. Oh, I did read that one. Yeah, see it again. It's been a long day, long night so far. I've been at this for almost 4 hours. Let's see, they added. Okay, I can't read that. Let me jump back up north here. Let's see if they changed anything. And okay. So with these thunderstorm warning, these severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado is possible. Winds are at 60 miles per hour, and these 2 tornado warnings are ongoing yet. And I can never. There we go. Tornado warning remains in effect until 7:45 for eastern Rock County, southwestern Whiteside, northwestern Henry, eastern Scott, and southeastern Clinton counties. I need a little bit of my caffeine. Keep me awake. And let's see. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing tornado was located east Moline, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Now my voice is about to go out. So, and here's that rotation slightly. It might be just heavy winds right now. But again, still that tornado warning. This one is for eastern Henry and west central Bureau counties until 8 p.m. All right, so I had to go to the Storm Prediction Center here, and they do. So let me show you. So this area right here, they're saying. I'm gonna read the through this real quick. So a few discrete storms continue in south central Oklahoma. These storms will pose the greatest risk for a tornado over the next 1 to 2 hours. Eventually, storm interactions and the approaching line from the west will lead to a less discrete mode with time. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, so basically they're saying with these line of storms are still the risk of damaging winds and the line embedded tornadoes. And so we'll be here for another hour or two as the discussion here says that there still is a risk for tornadoes the next 1 to 2 hours. So we'll continue to be here. Oh, I'm sorry. This is for... I thought it was in Oklahoma. That was for Illinois and Iowa. But I'll read those next. But this is the area that I was reading for. So there is that tornado watch yet for another 2 hours and 16 minutes. But like I was reading, they do expect yet to be that tornado risk the next 1 to 2 hours. So if I go back to the reflectivity, so this is the area that they're still concerned about with having the embedded tornadoes and the damaging winds. And let me see, I gotta read that. So bear with me. So for that area, threat for severe winds and large hail will continue southeastward this evening. So the strongest activity is in Clay County, which has been, they've been issuing those tornado warnings, was Clay County, moving southeastward. And there is some concern for low-level rotation. Severe winds, isolated large hail will be the main concern. And then as noted, low-level shear do suggest some potential for a tornado or two. So we'll keep an eye out on that area as well. All right, so back to Iowa and Illinois here. So the areas up in here. So these blue boxes, or not a box, but like a circled area. This is what is called the mesoscale discussion, and the Storm Prediction Center is putting that out, and that's what I'm reading. And so this area right here, so portions of Illinois, they're saying still a threat for damaging wind and tornadoes will spread northeastward this evening. And the wind gusts will remain at between 60 and 80 miles per hour. And like I mentioned before, line embedded tornadoes as well. And then for this area right here, this bigger blue circled area, Pretty much the same thing as the first one I read. Still a threat for damaging winds, and possibly a tornado will spread northeastward this evening. Just reading real quick here. Yeah, so basically same thing. They're saying a greater threat of damaging wind, and also there is still some support for potential line embedded tornado. So yeah, quite a few areas to be checking on, keeping an eye on tonight yet, with these storms moving into Illinois and then still parts of Oklahoma and Texas. So actually, let me start up here. So we still have that one. And if you're just joining, welcome. My name is Ginger Murray. Sorry if I haven't mentioned my name before, if you're new here. But I'm Storm Chaser, here for Tornado Tacklers, but I also do the live streams when I'm not chasing and there happens to be an outbreak like today. There's been quite a few tornado warnings this afternoon, this evening. I know there have been one report in particular near Norman, Oklahoma, and that's why we went live. And so pretty much wasn't expected today. So I think it threw everybody off guard. So this line of storms here, I can see how this sector of the line is kind of bulging out compared to the rest. So this is going to be your strongest area of wind gusts right in here. It's like a bowling features, see how it's like bowling out. And this is where they have that tornado warning. And you could see even here on the radar, you could kind of seeing it wrapping around here a little bit. Sometimes you can make that out on the reflectivity. And so if we go into velocity, yep, so it's right in here. So this is where that rotation would be. And then what you can do too is, I like this on my radar. Oops, if I change this one to reflectivity. So you could kind of match it up, and I like teaching people, and this is how I've learned too, is from others pointing things out like this. So have this play. So actually I'm going to stop it. Right in here, you can see it wrap. You have like the reds, the oranges, and here's the yellows. So it kind of makes like this curling looking, or kind of like a scorpion tail look. And then when you go into the velocity here, you can see it match up. So this is where you can see where that rotation would be. So if we hit play, and I might have to just jump out of that. There. It's moving so fast and might not really be able to see the rotation, but it's there. So that's one way, with practice, you'll be able to see things like that on the radar. And then, so that's the solo tornado warning right now. So this is for, never can have to zoom in a little bit further. Okay, so there we go. This is for Eastern, Henry, and West Central Bureau counties until 8 p.m. And even with these severe thunderstorm warnings. They're saying tornado possible. So I'll read those as well so everyone's aware. Oh, wow, that's a long list of counties. Let's see if I can make it. Whiteside County, Northeastern Henry County, Carroll County, Stevenson County, Bureau County, East Central Clinton County, and East Central Iowa until 8:45 p.m. So quite a large area, guys, here. And then, let's see, where was that other one? It's kind of hard to make out sometimes when these are yellow and then orange, and I think it was right here. Yeah, okay. So this, oh, same one. So again, Whiteside, Henry, Carroll, Stevenson, Bureau, East Central Clinton until 8:45. So very large area here for that severe thunderstorm warning. And so people who are in Springfield, even though there's not a watch box for your area, I was still keep an eye out for these line of storms that are moving into your area. You are in the tornado warning. Where are you located? Actually, I'm looking at here at WYD Max Spot here on YouTube. They're saying that they're in the tornado warning. So if you let me know, I can look into that a little bit further. Okay, so I'm going to go back to so if you're in the Dallas and Fort Worth area, Arlington, you're just, outside of the watch boxes here, but do keep an eye out, stick to your local weather, your news stations for any updates, since these storms are to the west of you. But for now, I don't see anything, but it could be pushing your way, just looking at the direction of it. But again, you just want to stay tuned to your local weather for updates, since you're just outside of those watch boxes. And the only severe thunderstorm warnings are further south and west of you anyway. So anyway, and this one too, so north west. So yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on it for sure. So this severe thunderstorm warning, this is in effect for Palo Pinto County until 8:45. The hazards was this one is 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. And this severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for northeastern Eastland County, southeastern Stevens, and southwestern Palo Pinto County, all in north central Texas until 8:45. And hazards are the ping pong ball size hail and the 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Okay, and then here's a tornado warning up here. This is for southeastern Cole County until 8:45 p.m. And let's see, producing tornado located. over Olney, moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. So, yeah, this particular cell, gotta click, has been producing quite a few tornado warnings. Oh, did they just drop that? Yeah, looks. All right, that's a good. All right, they did just drop that. Excuse me. A lot of heavy winds here for sure. Let me see what that severe thunderstorm. Does say tornado possible again though with these severe thunderstorm warnings. So this is for Johnston County and southeastern Oklahoma, Cole County. Again, southeastern Pontotoc County, Oka County, southeastern Murray, and south central Hughes, all until 8:45 Central Time. And also 16-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and tornado possible, and just a less than an inch hail. So this kind of an interesting area right here. Looks like some rotation just over Witch Hole. And it looks like it might be making its way over to Wapanuka, and it looks like just south of Bromide Junction. So yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on that one just because it looks like some rotation in there. Alright, I'm gonna hit back into comments. Sorry, when I talk a whole lot, and I've been talking for the last 4 hours, my voice starts to go out. Alright, let's see if Eric's live. Nope. So we do have a storm chaser out there, but it doesn't appear that he has great cell service yet, so he isn't live. But he is going to try to get us some footage. I'm gonna look at my messages, my team real quick. Okay. All right, sorry about that, guys. I gotta message the team real quick. Okay, so jumping back into tornado warnings, and all right, good. They dropped that tornado warning that was up here, but still, we'll keep an eye on this. I'll keep going back and forth if needed. But again, like I mentioned earlier, that high winds with these 70 mph, and then also possibility of line embedded spin ups tornadoes with these. All right, so we have the solo severe thunderstorm warning in Missouri, and tornado is possible with this one now. I don't recall reading that earlier. But this is in effect until 8:45 p.m. for northeastern Hickory, Benton, northwestern Camden, and southwestern Morgan counties until 8 p.m. Central Time. So seems to be some high winds in here, and this little area right here is kind of looking interesting to me. With possible some rotation there. So I'll come back to that. And like I said when I was reading this, possible tornado. So keep an eye on that one too. So here's the other line of storms that is in eastern, southeastern, east central Oklahoma. Yeah, I don't see a whole lot going on right now with this line. However, there is that solo severe thunderstorm warning here. And again, this is for Johnston, Cole County, southeastern Pontotoc, Attica County, Murray County, south central Hughes until 8:45 p.m. Central Time. And current hazard is 60 mile per hour wind gusts, but yet tornado is possible. And let's see here. Oh, tornado warning down here. So this is for southwestern Palo Pinto County and north central Texas until 8:45 Central Time. Severe thunderstorm warning capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles northwest of Gordon or 15 miles northeast of Ranger, moving east at 20 miles an hour. Alright, so if I zoom in here, sorry, there goes my voice again. So right in here, here's that rotation. So this would be north of Strawn. And it looks to be some rotation in here as well with this severe thunderstorm warning. So this severe thunderstorm warning, I believe I read this off, but I'll read it off again. If I can click on it, there we go. This particular storm is producing ping pong ball size hail, 60 mile per hour wind gusts. This warning is for northeastern Eastland County, Stevens County, and Palo Pinto until 8:45. And I see some rotation in this one, and then to the east of it with this tornado warning as well. Here's that rotation, which does, appear to be tighter looking compared to this over here, but I want to keep an eye on that. So this would be north of Ranger. That would be in Texas here. Alright, so this this storm is moving 15, east at 20 miles per hour. So those who were, so folks who are in like Colville, Gordon, please seek shelter immediately. This is heading towards your area here. You can see the rotation here, making its way east. Santo, you have a bit of time, but this also seems to be heading that direction, eastward. So again, this tornado warning this is for Palo Pinto County until 8:45 p.m. There we go. Maybe you can hear me a little bit better. I have my mic set down. I thought that would be better. But yes, here again, I'll read that off again. This is for southwestern Palo Pinto County in north central Texas until 8:45 p.m. There. I think my mic might have been dying out too. All right. Had to get a new one. Okay. So let me oh, looks like that might have been fizzling out a little bit too, which is a good thing. All right, so let me head back up to see if there's any other tornado warnings first, and then all right. So right now things hopefully are maybe dying down. As before, we had multiple tornado warnings going on. So if things continue to die down a bit, I'll probably log off. But if things are to pick up again, we'll certainly come back on. But for now, things do seem to be quiet. We just have that one, oh, I spoke too soon. They just issued this tornado warning. This is for southern Cole County and central Atoka County until 9 p.m. Central Time. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing tornado was located 3 miles south of Olney, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Okay, let's try to fix my audio a bit so people can hear me a little bit better. Yeah, I don't know why my mic was like that, but I'm trying to figure this out. So bear with me. Okay, that might be better. Maybe a little bit right there should be good. Okay. Yeah, so for now, we just have those 2 tornado warnings. And these line of storms appear to be dying out, which is a good thing. Before I looked, it did appear to be a little bit stronger. So this portion right here will probably have the strongest of winds. This is where it's blowing out more than the rest of the line. Let's see. Yeah, so anytime you see like the yellows here, the bright reds, this is most likely where your heavy winds are going to be. And for this tornado watch, we have just under 2 hours to go with this. And this severe thunderstorm watch is just under 3 hours. And like I had mentioned before, things seem to be pretty quiet compared to how they were 4 hours ago. So if it continues in that direction, if it continues to be, a quiet night and we don't have as many tornado warnings, I might be logging off, but I'll continue to be on as long as I can. I'm just getting a little tuckered out too and didn't eat dinner. So, but it's all good. I enjoy doing this and keeping everybody updated. But this particular cell is looking pretty interesting here. It's looking more kind of semi-discrete, kind of breaking off from this one up here. And you can see the little appendage here. This is what we call a hook echo, or in short, just a hook. And you can see that inflow notch. This is just right over Ranger. So if we look at the velocity here, not a whole lot, but you can see the rotation up down here over Ranger. So something to keep an eye on for sure. And here again, here's that tornado warning, and that rotation seemed to die off there a little bit. Still some broad rotation going on in here. And let's see, there's another 25 minutes left on this tornado warning. So if you're just joining, this tornado warning is for southwestern Palo Pinto County until 8:45. Okay, just catching up on team messages. So again, here's that tornado warning, and not much there right now, just kind of broad rotation. I'll come back to that one. And then we had that other tornado warning up here, and here's that rotation. And here you can see, I gotta get to another radar here. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, so it's right in here, it's rotating. So just out west of, looks like Leah. And again, this tornado warning is for southern Cole, central Atoka counties until 9 p.m. Central Time. So pretty strong rotation, in particular with this one. You can see with the brighter greens and yellows. in the brighter reds here. And it seems to be tightening around it in this area right in here, just over Highway 7. All right, so I'll come back to that one too. I just want to make sure if there's any other tornado warnings going on. So nope, I don't see any. We just have that severe thunderstorm warning and tornado possible, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So this is for northwestern LaSalle, Lee, and Ogle counties until 9:15 Central Time. And again, main hazard with this is the wind gusts at 60 mile per hour. So those who live like in Aurora, and you might see some of this come your way. It is moving, well, this portion seems to be moving northeast, but you might maybe get this bottom portion, which might not be as strong, but still something to be watching out for later at night. But again, you can see this portion of the storm is the strongest, probably giving the strongest of the winds, 60 mile per hour. And then back at this one, the solo severe thunderstorm warning in Missouri. Tornado possible, but currently the main threat is the 60 mile per hour wind gust. And this is for eastern Benton, northwestern Camden, southwestern Morgan counties until 8:45 p.m. And let's see, I gotta move to a different radar. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, so this area right here looks a bit interesting too, with that broad rotation. So like that warning said, tornado is possible. So this is something to keep an eye on as well. And let's see here, back to these two tornado warnings in Oklahoma. And then we have that one in Texas. So gotta switch out radar again. Maybe not that one, it's this one. Yeah, okay. So yeah, here's that rotation right in here. The greens and the reds are, blending in together really tight there. So just south of Leah, and so here's Atoka, so just west of that. So if you're in Atoka, Leah, Springtown, please seek shelter immediately. You're within that tornado warning polygon. And let's see, further south into Texas. Switch out again. All right, so we got here some rotation as well. This is where that would be. Next radar scanning just kind of fizzled out there, but still want to keep an eye on this particular cell. Still have some 17 minutes on it. Okay. And like I mentioned earlier, this is another cell to keep an eye on, just because I see this little appendage, this hook that's just now moved over from Ranger. It's now over Highway 20 here. So earlier I did see a bit more broad rotation, but still kind of there. Very light, but still there. Looks like they did just extend that severe thunderstorm warning. So still producing 1.5 inch hail, ping pong ball size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So this is now for northwestern Erath County and northeastern Eastland County. There goes my voice again. Sorry. In effect until 9:15 p.m. Central Time, moving southeast at 20 miles per hour. So I'm going to be logging off here shortly, but we're going to have another team member of ours jump in. And he's new at this, so please give him some time to get used to going live for us. I'm training him, so like I said, he's going to be new at this, so please give him some time and get used to this. He's a chaser as well, but he volunteered to help out on this for me. But yeah, looks like right now we just have those 2 tornado warnings. All right, so I'm gonna log off here. He's ready to get going, so I'm gonna help him out. So I'm gonna stop this stream, and then he's gonna be on live here shortly. All right, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in, but please, we're gonna be back.